Now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation, and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your prom, for your poster, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army.
Thanks, Coach. Well, the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm here all day. Wait.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Only a couple for him there on the... Game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw, Winston. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 19, alert.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Washington Redskins, first down.
On first and 10, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Bell, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Now Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. From the gun on third, Watson. He's got White here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a first down throw, Watson. It's complete, James White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Watson on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Throwing again on second down. Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
To throw is Watson, and this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now he'll escape to his right. He'll get this one to Patrick. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble, but all is well. First down.
Another time now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
On 2nd and goal, Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Second touchdown on the season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Santos with the extra point. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
From the 44, Watson. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, that's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
49 the money. You got nothing today.
On third down, Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On the return, it's White. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check 6 guys.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down again. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, stop.
Winston now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He's going to try and go deep again, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Jameis to throw it. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by John Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before the break. Watson being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 7 yards there and a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Barkley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This is the running back, Blue. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Watson to throw again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready, black, 22. 53, Mike. White. 53 for Mike.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle made by K1 Short. On 2nd down now, Barkley. 17 yards and a giant 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Given 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Barkley, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? and you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Winston. Funches has it complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle there by George Odom. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On third down, Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. This is Logan. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They run again with Logan. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Bell. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Like I said, 54.
Now Watson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Redskins, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attacking like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the